Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I am super mega excited to share the storyline of Alicia and guess who? Yes, Joanna, on this very interesting soap opera that I came across very recently. But before we get into further details and discuss their relationship, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. So basically, if you all don't know, the plot or the soap opera is called Mentiras Perfectas. It follows the lives of Santiago and Cristobal, two friends and plastic surgeons who have opposite, personalities, who share an office at, San Rafael Hospital. Yes, the story explores the dark sides of vanity and also the family secrets of Julia. So that is the whole plot of the series, and obviously these two they also have their roles in it. So let's get into the breakdown of the characters, who is who does what, and so on, so on. So first we're gonna start off with Joanna. So Joanna, she actually works, at this clinic, at this hospital. That is like the main, environment of the series, because that's where everything, takes off a lot. So she works there, and obviously she is a lesbian in this case, and she's also a mother. Yeah, she's a mother of a teenage daughter, so she is kind of new, to the place. So she just wants to make friends, get out there, and just explore this new reality that she has going on, while being a professional and being a mother as well. And also, as she is seeking for love again, because she did, in this case, separate from her previous partner. And then moving forward, we have Alicia. Alicia, she's a divorced, woman. She's still struggling with the adoption of being a divorced woman, because while she's going through the divorce process, she actually ends up realizing that she still has a lot of feelings for her ex. And, it's just a very difficult reality for her to move towards being, in a whole committed relationship, with somebody, loving somebody, and now you're having to go through a divorce process, which is very difficult for her to adapt. And she doesn't have no kids, so there's kind of like a two different boundaries between the two. One is a mother, one is, separated, the other one is going through the divorce and has no kids. One of them, actually like woman, and the other one doesn't like woman at all. She never had interest in being for women. So that's how the bond between the two starts to escalate, into what is to come. So how does everything begin? They meet at the clinic. In this case, Alicia, she went to see the doctor, and obviously Joanna was there. They start having a conversation. Then Joanna actually ends up asking Alicia out to go watch a movie. So after the movie, they went to Alicia's house. They started to have this deep conversations, and Joanna realized that Alicia is not actually into women. But obviously, at that point, Alicia didn't know that, Joanna was into women. So later on, as they went by, they went out for another get together. And there's where Joanna actually told her, hey, I don't want you to misinterpret what I have going on, but I do like you. I like women. This is my situation. This is what I'm going through. Obviously, Alicia at the beginning, she rejected, in this case, Joanna, but not because she wanted to be mean or anything. It's just she never been with a woman before. She never had no interest in being with a woman. So, and also at the same time, she didn't want to lose Joanna's friendship. So it was a lot for her as well. But, as they went out more. Alicia actually ended up asking Joanna to go out once again. And she told her, hey, even though I'm not interested in you at that, format, I still want us to be friends. Hopefully you are okay with that. Obviously, Joanna told her, yes, of course, we don't have, to be enemies just because you don't like women. It's okay. I can be your friend. I'm here to support you for whatever. And that's exactly, what happened between them at the beginning. But as things went by, you can see it was starting to be very difficult for Joanna just to be friends with Alicia, until one day she told her, like, hey, I cannot just keep being your friend. I want more from us. And obviously Alicia didn't know how to accept, that approach from Joanna, because they already had established that they were just gonna be friends. Then Joanna went on, and she actually ended up kissing, Alicia. Alicia received it well, but also at the same time she rejected Joanna. After that, she went through a process of analyzing, just thinking, and analyzing the situation. She realized that she is willing to give, she and Joanna's situation a try. So she asked for forgiveness, and she and Joanna decided to, be low-key together. But at the same time, Alicia, she was still struggling, to, adapt to this new form for her, because she has to come out to her best friends, to her friends, to her to everybody who is around her. And it was very difficult for her, but she could find a way to actually go ahead and do it. So as things starts to progress between the two, you can see that they started to take things a little bit more, spending more time together, and just, Loki starting to date. Obviously, Joanna also took, the initiative to introduce her daughter to Alicia. At the beginning, you can see that her daughter was very concerned about Alicia's intentions towards her mother. She was like, hey, if you are not here for the right intentions, if you are not here to, to be with my mother, please, 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 please don't waste her time and please don't hurt her. And that's where Alicia actually, and basically stepped up a little bit more because she realized, that her daughter, doesn't want her mother to get hurt. And she also don't want, to make Johana feels like she is getting played or manipulated in order, for Alicia to figure out herself. So there was also a mega, mega important point for their relationship and just how things progress between the two. So there's also something we have to point out. So they start to spend more time together, just low-key dating. Things between them are going good. Alicia's finally starting to be a little bit more comfortable, regarding this new reality that she's facing. Johana is living in the sky. She's so happy to be with Alicia because she definitely, was attracted, towards her since the very beginning. And now that they could finally date each other, it's kind of a very, very positive point. One thing I have to say, according to what I have read, this is not a new telenovela. So how I know it was released, in, if I'm not mistaken, in 2013. But this was my first time seeing their storyline, so I had to come here and share it with you guys. Hopefully, in the future, I will do a part 2 to keep you guys updated, on what is going on between the couple. But so far, the only thing that I can say is that they are going well, according to what, perspective I have watched it until. No drama. They could figure out their differences. They are finally dating. Everybody around, them too knows about their situation and what they have going on. Obviously, they are not officially, together yet, where I left it off. But, I do feel like we will get a little bit more answers. Just to make a long story short, if I have to sum up their relationship so far, I would say it's about two women that meet each other unexpectedly. One of them, in this case, is a lesbian, and she's a very proud lesbian. She stands on what she wants. She stands on what she believes. She doesn't like to play games. She's very serious. She's a mother, and also she's a career-oriented woman. On the other hand, we have Alicia. Alicia is a divorced woman who never been with a woman before. She meets this woman that makes her feel so special and so wanted, and it actually ends up making her self-doubting, what she wants and what she believes in. But also at the same time, it's a new reality for her. She also doesn't want to hurt Joanna, but she also doesn't want, just to be with Joanna because Joanna is somebody that does good to her. So there is a lot that they have to answer as they start to get to know each other. That, I would say, is the plot of the movie, of the series, of the soap opera, of the telenovela. It was released in 2013, 2014. It has one season available. If I'm not mistaken, it has around 60 episodes. So if you guys want to watch it more, you can also watch it on their YouTube channel as well. And you can also watch it on Prime Video, depending on your location. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Colombian soap opera. Yes, it's Colombian in Spanish. So if you guys want to know more about it, I would highly recommend it. One thing I have to say, I love the way they complement each other, the way they look at each other. They have a lot of intensity. You can say they are two very different people, but they are genuinely trying to make it work. One is compromising, the other one is compromising. One is being patient while the other one seeks, also, to have someone that is reciprocal with their emotions. So that is the whole plot that they have going on. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. And like I said, hopefully I will be doing a part 2 regarding the storyline, just to give you guys an update on everything that they have going on. But before we go, please, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments because it's very important. Until the next video, and goodbye.